everyone, my name is Chelsea and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are doing the Do I Have That Romance Book Challenge. This was a video originally created by Mary Grace from MG's Library. I will leave her original video and channel linked down below. This is a video that I was not tagged to do. However, I do have a subscriber who asked me to do this video, and they are someone that I love talking about like book recommendations and stuff with, and so you know what, I figured I should definitely do this. I actually got asked to do this a couple months ago, I think it was, but trying to fit tag videos and challenge videos in between everything else that I'm doing sometimes takes a while. So we are doing it now. It looks like we have 11 questions that we need to go through and try to find those types of books on my shelves. I don't actually know what the questions contain yet, so I have not planned any of this in advance, but I am very excited to jump in. We're also sitting here instead of over there on the red like stool area because I film in both areas, but my romance books, especially my adult romance books, are over here in this corner. So I figured this will be close enough that I can grab those easier than if I was sitting all the way over there. Although it does look like Presley's currently sitting over there playing with my ring light. So yeah, let's jump right on in. The first question is, do you have an enemies to lovers romance? So I definitely do. I have The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. This one I think most people would think of with enemies to lovers, and this could be, I guess, more rivals to lovers. I sort of categorize them together. But this is an office romance with two characters who are sort of fighting for the same position. They want a raise, they want the promotion, and they're both fighting for it, and as they're competing, basically, we get some romance. And I really enjoyed this one. I haven't read it in a while, and I definitely think I need to reread it, but this one, oh, so good. Question number 2, do you have a mafia romance? I do not have any on my shelves. I actually read my first mafia romance last month when I was reading books written by authors named Greer. I talked about it in my wrap-up and I did a whole vlog on it. I'll leave those down below. But it was Kingpin by W.S. Greer. I don't know if it was just that book or if it was the mafia romance specifically. It wasn't really my thing, but that's the only one that like I've actually read that is a mafia romance. Number 3, do you have a romance graphic novel? So I said my romance books are over here, and they are, but my graphic novels are back there, so let me go get one because I do have some. Here I have Bloom by Kevin Panetta. This one is a YA graphic novel about a summer romance between these two boys here. It also has some baking. I absolutely love this one. I need to pick up some more romance graphic novels because this is like a one sitting type of read, and it was so heartwarming. Like, I just absolutely love this one too. Number 4, a romance series you've read more than once. And it does say series. You know what? For this, we're gonna have to go with The Veil Diaries by B.L. Brunimer. So this is the first book here, Trying to Live with the Dead. Book 2 is When the Dead Come A-Knockin'. Book 3 is When to Fear the Living. Book 4 is Whispers from the Dead. Book 5 is When Evil Comes to Play. Book 6 is Secrets from the Grave, and there are 9 total books in this series. I have not finished the series yet. But if we go back to this first book, I've actually reread multiple books in this series, but this first one here I think I've read at least 5 times. So I've definitely reread the series, at least books from the series, multiple times. I need to finish the series because I never read, I think, books 8 or 9, but now that I don't own number 7, maybe I didn't read number 7 either, but I always started reading these books in ebook first, and then I bought physical copies. But yes, this is a YA reverse harem paranormal romance. It starts off more as a slow burn friendship type of vibe in the first couple books, and then we do get into the romance, and then it gets hotter and heavier the further we get into the series. Like, I think book 6 or 7 actually turns it into a new adult series. So yes, definitely reread these. Number 5, do you have an indie published romance? That was indie published, but let me find another one for you. Okay, so I actually do have quite a bit of indie romance, even on my physical shelves. Like I said before, with the last book series, I do like to read the ebooks first. So I only have 2 in this series in physical form so far, but I do believe there are 5 books currently out. But these are the Signs of Love books by Anita Sunday. So the first book is Leo Loves Aries, and the second book is Scorpio Hates Virgo. These are male-male romances, and the characters have the signs that are in the title, and this is a series that I've given almost every single book 4 stars. One of them I've given 5 stars, and one of them I have given 3 stars. They are usually slow burn romances. They're male-male romances, but not all of the characters are like strictly gay. We have had some bi characters, we've had some demisexual characters as well, and I just absolutely love these new adult male-male romances. Like, the actual character development of them have been so good. The book that I gave 5 stars is Pisces Hooks Taurus. That one was just like my absolute favorite of the series. And then the one that I gave the 3 stars was the most recent one, which was Cancer Ships Aquarius. That one was just a little bit not as slow burn as it used to be. One of the characters was very like pushy, and I just didn't quite like the characterization of that one as much, because in the past I felt like the characters in this is what really drove it forward, and I just absolutely loved the romances from that. So that one was still good, just not my favorite of the series. Number 6, do you have a mass market paperback? Yes, I definitely do. I actually have the whole Reluctant Royals series in paperback right now. I don't have the novellas, I definitely need to get those, but we have A Princess in Theory, A Duke by Default, and A Prince on Paper. These are all by Alyssa Cole. And these are all going to feature some sort of royalty in them. The first one, A Princess in Theory, has like a missing princess who discovers that she is a princess. The second one has somebody that doesn't realize that he is a duke, and then they figure out that he is. And then the third one has a like stepson prince type of thing. He is a prince, but he's not a prince because he's the stepson of the king. And I just really enjoyed these so much. My favorite actually is A Duke by Default, but they are all really solid books. Number 7, do you have a signed romance book? So for this one I have A Deal with the Elf King by Elise Kova. So this is her standard hardcover book. It is gorgeous though, because she is a self-published author, an indie author. So we have gorgeousness under the dust jacket, but I also did get it signed. She does sell signed copies of her books on Etsy every so often, and so I just had to do it because it is so freaking pretty. This is a fantasy romance following our main character of Luella, who doesn't realize that she is supposed to be betrothed to the Elf King because she has magic that had been hidden from her, and it is their sort of romance and dealing with his kingdom and all that kind of stuff, and so yes. Number 8, do you have a book with a hero from another country? How about 2 heroes from another country? This is Boyfriend Material by Alexis Hall, and these are 2 men from the UK. I think they're British actually, and I'm from the US. So they are both from a country different from my own. And I absolutely love this one. Read it last year, 5 out of 5 stars. It is a fake dating type of romance, but I did really also love the fact that they act like adults. When problems happen, there might be some hiccups along the way, but ultimately they are able to talk about their problems, and that just made me love this book so much more. But it is also a like nice cozy type of book, like sit down, have a cup of coffee, or I guess a cup of tea, and read this because it was so good. So we're going with these ones, and I do have a story for these. I actually have read the first book here, In the Air Tonight by Laurie Handelin. It's this first one. And then I bought the other 2. And the thing is, I believe when these first came out, they were coming out once a month. Like, it was all written. It was a new thing that they were doing. I don't know why, but the first one came out, and then a month later the second one came out, and a month later the third one came out. And I bought them like when they were coming out. These were published in 2015, so I've had them for about 6 years now because they came out about the summer of 2015, and I just haven't continued. I don't know why. Now it's at that point where I want to reread the first one, so these are all on my TBR shelves. Like, this one's not even out here, because I want to reread this one to continue. But the second one we have is Heat of the Moment, and the third one we have is Smoke on the Water. These are witchy romances. So these are all sisters. Reminds me a little bit of like Practical Magic, that kind of thing, but they're all sisters, and each book is focused on whatever sister is on the cover and their romance. And one thing that I do absolutely love about these, if I can get them to do it, they go together. Like, look at that. So cool. But yeah, I have read the first one, have not read the other two. They're still on my shelves because I definitely want to read them. I don't want to get rid of them, but I haven't found the perfect time, I guess, to read witchy romance, especially since I need to reread the first one. Number 10, a romance book with 7 letters in the title. Okay, for this one, we're going to be going with Tempest by C.L. Stone. This is the 6th book in the Scarab Beetle series by C.L. Stone. This is a new adult reverse harem romance that I've absolutely loved. I actually have not read this one yet, but because it's the only one of the series so far out that I haven't read, I think there's only 6 books out so far. There are going to be more, but I think I'm only 1 book behind. I do have it out here with the rest of the series because I don't know why. But I absolutely love this series. Like I said before, it is new adult, so it is going to be pretty sexy, and basically we have one girl, her name is Kaylee, and in the first book she is a thief, and she gets swept up into the world of the academy. There are boys that are like acting like spies, that kind of stuff. I believe they're all college age in this series, and it's full of action and adventure. I definitely enjoyed what I have read so far, and I need to continue. But this book here, number 6, Tempest, is 7 letters. And then number 11, a romance book you would give anything to live inside of. Now, in the past, I probably could answer this question. Currently, as a 31-year-old wife and mom, I don't think I would give anything to live inside of a romance book. I'm perfectly content just reading the books and living vicariously that way. I mean, I couldn't pick anything that would be better than what I'm already doing. So this is impossible. If you would have asked me a few years ago, maybe, I bet I could have picked something, but now, no. And then that is everything for this tag. I am going to be tagging some people that I love watching their videos. I know they read romance, and I would love to see them do this tag. The first person is going to be Crystal from Crystal's Bookish Life. The second is Isabel from Happy for Now. The third is Laura from Laura's Library Card, and the fourth is Manda from Ginger Snapped Reads. I would love to see them all do this video, and that is it from me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up to let me know. Subscribe to this channel if you would like to see more videos. I do have videos up Tuesdays and Thursdays, so I will see you then. Bye!